Nurbanu mean Queen of Light, 1525–7, December 1583, was Haseki Sultan of the Ottoman Empire as the principal consort of Sultan Selim II, reign 1566–1574. His legal wife, as well as Valide Sultan, Sultana mother, as the mother of Sultan Murad III. She was one of the most prominent figures during the time of the Sultanate of Women. Conflicting theories describe her as of Venetian, Jewish or Greek origin. Her birth name may have been Cecilia. Nurbanu became the most favored consort of Valide Selim, who became Ottoman Sultan as Selim II in 1566, and the mother of Valide Murad, the future Murad III, born 1546. While her spouse Selim was still a Valide, Nurbanu was the head of his princely harem at Manisa. Once he became Sultan, Selim let his favorite wife, the Haseki Nurbanu, remain at the Topkapı Palace throughout his reign, as his predecessor Suleiman the Magnificent had done. Even after Selim began to take other concubines, Nurbanu persisted as a favorite for her beauty and intelligence. As the mother of the heir apparent, she acted as an advisor to her husband. Although it was far from normal at the time, Selim II would often ask Nurbanu for her advice on various subjects, because of his respect for her good judgment. The Haseki is said to be extremely well loved and honored by His Majesty, both for her great beauty and for being unusually intelligent. She became a formidable figure, with far-reaching influence during this time. According to some sources, her influence was such that Nurbanu Sultan effectively ran the government alongside the Grand Vizier Sokollu Mehmed Pasha. Selim handed over almost all of his power to Sokollu, who did indeed rule the empire in his stead. Nurbanu did not intervene directly in politics. However, there is no doubt that she consulted regularly with Sokollu. The Ottoman Empire was far from stable at the top, and clashes over the imperial throne were common. It was also not unusual for the loser in such contests to be massacred along with his entire family to prevent any future challenges. Nurbanu Sultan was determined, however, that when the time came for her son to succeed his father, nothing would interfere. When Selim II's reign ended in 1574, the Haseki Nurbanu received 1,100 aspas a day, while Selim's other consorts, each the mother of a son, received only 40 aspas. In addition, Selim repeatedly, publicly, stated that Murad was his heir, thus securing the position of his firstborn son and sentencing his other sons to death. Selim, to emphasize that there was only one woman for him, also legally married Nurbanu, and conveyed the news with the remark that Selim wanted to express by marriage how much he loved Nurbanu, and that his only legitimate heir was their son, Murad. Nurbanu died at Istanbul on the 7th of December, 1583, during the reign of her son Murad III. She was buried next to Selim II in his Turb mausoleum in the courtyard of Hagia Sophia, thus becoming the first wife of a sultan to receive the honor of being laid to rest next to her spouse. Nurbanu Sultan attracted great respect, not only during her life, but also after her death, as against the norm that sultans remained in the palace during the funeral procession. The farthest sultanic mask from the imperial palace, i.e., the Fatih Mosque, was assigned for the funeral rite. This choice not only enabled as many people as possible to give their blessing to the soul of Nurbanu Sultan. This choice not only enabled as many people as possible to give their blessing to the soul of Nurbanu Sultan, but also maintained the extensive appreciation of this religious respect paid to her by the residents of the imperial capital. The death of this woman upset some, according to their vested interests, while contented others. The great authority she enjoyed with her son had gained many people important profits, while on the contrary had eliminated the hopes of some for realizing their wishes. Nevertheless, everybody admits in general that she was an excessively good, courageous and erudite woman. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe my channel.